Hi everyone, IntuitiveEdge here. Welcome once again to my channel. So it's been a little while since I've posted videos, and I've been kind of taking a little bit of time off. And I've mentioned before I've been working on something kind of important, and it's been taking up a lot of my time. So I want to share with you a little bit about what's been happening so that you can kind of be brought into the loop of what's been going on and some of the reasons for my absence. So I had a little bit of some thoughts about the current state of affairs and what we've been dealing with in our collective experience. And everybody is aware that the last 2 years that there's been something very wrong in the world. And there have been all kinds of people who have tried to explain what's going on, but we all know that there's some very nefarious things going on. And a lot of it has had to do with censorship as well. Anybody who has tried to speak up or show that, hey, there's something wrong, there's been an effort to silence and discredit. And it's been very hard for people who have seen the truth of what's happening and have wanted to cry out and say, hey, and it's been a challenge. It's been very difficult. There's been a part of me that has wanted to be part of the solution, and it's been hard to talk about some of these things that have been going on and to try to say things in a way that doesn't trigger the algorithms and speak the truth in a coded way. And that's been very draining. To be honest, it's been very frustrating because I feel like I'm stifled. I can't be myself. I can't say what I need to say. And self-censoring is a very draining emotionally. And so I think I've been pulling back, partly because of that. It's exhausting in some ways. And the other thing is, I don't want to, it's like when I come on to do a video and I just focus on current events, to me it can be depressing. And I don't want to leave my audience feeling like there's nothing that can be done, or that we're doomed, or that there's no hope. Part of the reason that I wanted to create this channel was to offer a new perspective as to what's going on behind the scenes and what we're seeing happening, that collectively we can change our experience by being more positive, and that there's hope for what we're going through. And there are lots of other channels and people that are just going through each issue of the day and what the cards have to say. And I don't want to just be another voice that's echoing what every other voice is saying. For me, I want to be a voice that offers something different and helps people get into a new frame of mind so that we can be part of the change, part of the positive change, and part of the solution, not just talking about the problem. There are other channels that just talk about the problems of the day, and that's fine. And they have huge followings, and that's fine. People do want to talk about the problems. But I'm here, I feel, as part of my soul's purpose, is to offer solutions so that the problems, yes, they need to be talked about, but we also need to focus on the solution. If we just focus on the issues and the problems, then what are we creating differently? What are we doing differently to enhance our experience here, to bring in a new experience so that we're not just living problem after problem after problem? So I hope this kind of makes sense. I'm trying to make this distilled a little bit and make sense. So if we just talk about problems in the world, then that's what we're creating. And I have felt a little bit of a clench in my spirit when I've been coming on and we just talk about these terrible problems that have been going on. Number one, I have been self-censoring so that I can post on YouTube. It's a little freer on Rumble, but there's still that feeling like I can't say what I want to say and be real. And that's not who I am, that's not me, and I feel like I'm doing a disservice to my soul by censoring. So while I've been absent, and yes, I've been working on another project, which I will definitely share with you, maybe even in this video. I do want to get into that. But part of this being absent is focusing on the solution and not just focusing on the issues and the problems. And I realize that that is what my channel has been for the last 4 years. I've been talking about the issues of the day. And I've endeavored to bring a new spin, bring a new perspective, because I do believe that the things that we see happening have a deeper purpose behind them, and that we can actually interact and change what's taking place in the world by changing our own vibration. And that's kind of where I'm coming from, is wanting to be part of the change. Okay, so wanting to be part of the solution and not just talk about problems of the day, I was guided last summer to, after a video that I watched, I've always been interested in sound. Okay, sound frequencies, vibration. I've been a musician all my life, a vocalist primarily, a little bit on the keyboards, but primarily a vocalist and a singer. And I've always known that I would have something to do with sound and vibration. I've known this for the last probably 15 years, that there was something calling me to sound and vibration. And so last summer, I saw a video on YouTube of an interview with David Hulse over at Soma Energetics. And I watched this video and it was like, wow, there's something that's drawing me and pulling me. So I went to his website and I purchased his tuning forks. They're based on the solfeggio scale. And I was very intrigued at the sound vibration and realizing that sound frequency can help us collectively raise our vibration. With everything that's bombarding us, especially the last 2 years, all the negativity, all of the evil, all of the problems causing us to react instead of reflect and respond. Things that have caused us to rush out because we're afraid. And we rush out to get this because we're afraid. And everybody's living in fear. To me, the sound vibration is about coming from a place of calm and no fear. We are bombarded. Our frequencies are being bombarded. We're bombarded every day with EMF, electromagnetic frequencies, through, our cell phones, microwaves. I mean, everything. It's not our normal state of being as humans to deal with radiation constantly. And so what can we do to protect ourselves? A lot of people use essential oils too to raise our frequency as well. I've been doing a lot of research over the last few months. And there's been so much study done on the power of essential oils in raising our vibration. Just smelling the scent of a rose. Rose is one of the most powerful scents on the planet. And I just have to do an aside here because this is a real issue with me. There is no coincidence that the scent of a rose is being strategically, in my opinion, strategically eliminated. Have you ever noticed you get a beautiful bouquet of rose and the first thing you want to do is smell it and you're like, it doesn't smell. Where's the scent? We instinctively are drawn to smell the roses. And we get these roses from the local florist and they don't, where's the scent? That's not an accident. And whatever excuse they've made, oh, people are, it's a little too much. That's an excuse. You know why? Because rose scores the highest. The scent of a rose scores the highest on the frequency calibration monitor. There was a man, Bruce Tainio, I think is how he says his name, Tainio, Tainio. I believe he's passed on now. But he developed a frequency calibration monitor to monitor the frequency of foods and things that we've been consuming in our bodies. Lotions, potions, and all kinds of stuff carries a frequency. And he discovered that the scent of a rose is the highest frequency of all of the scents out there, all of the essential oils, which are very strong, powerful tools. And I believe that it is an evil agenda to take the scent of a rose away. Because what does that do? It lifts our vibration. When you go and you find a rose plant and you smell that rose, it transports you, doesn't it? It just lifts you up, and it's like everything, all of the stress and the frustration that you may have been feeling that day is just temporarily, it's suspended while you're just immersed in this beautiful scent that just lifts you out of whatever depression you've been having, whatever frustration you've been feeling in the day. Because it's literally power. That's literal power to elevate you out of whatever funk you've been feeling. And that's a gift from the universe. So I believe that the black hats know this. Those who understand the occult understand these things, and that's why it's occulted. Occult means hidden. That's why there's secret societies. That's why there's hidden knowledge. They don't want you to understand yourself and be self-aware. Because once you're self-aware and you're grounded and rooted in who you are, you're powerful. You are a powerful being. And so this fear vibration that's artificially created the last couple of years and beyond, and for centuries really, this artificial frequency of fear that we're in is keeping us disconnected from source, from our power, from knowing who we are, from being who we are. I've been learning these things the last several months. I've been doing a deep dive, wanting to be part of the solution, wanting to understand the real power and where it lies. Okay. So when I bought these tuning forks, I began to use them, and I studied the book that came along with it, and I began to have friends and family trying these out, learning how to do these techniques, these energy techniques with the tuning forks. And people were really feeling a difference. I was feeling a difference when I would use these. And I would use these forks in meditation, and I could feel this vibration rising. And I knew there was something special about the sound frequencies. As they enter the body, it's like a barrier, a protection, a raising of the frequencies. And then one day a thought occurred to me. We know that there is power in these sound vibrations. When they go into the body responds positively to the sound frequency. And we also know that there's power in the scent of a rose, of lavender, of lily and gardenia, and all these different beautiful scents. There's power in that as well. They raise our frequency too. What if there's a connection between sound and scent? And that question led me on a deep dive into a rabbit hole that has been absolutely mind-blowing. And that's what I've been doing the last several months, is I jumped down that rabbit hole. And I began to take my tuning forks and say, well, is there a connection between the power of the sound in the body and the power of scent that lifts the vibration? Do these two connect? The answer is yes, they do. Scent absolutely carries a frequency, and it matches sound frequency. What happens when you put those two together? You enhance when you feel the wave of the tuning fork and the sound, and you inhale the scent that matches that vibration. Does that doubly power you? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I've discovered this. I've proven it scientifically. And I've created a new thing. And this is why I've been a little absent on YouTube. It hasn't been because I've not wanted to be here creating videos. Partly it's because I was feeling like I want to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. And I don't want to just talk about problems all day. I want to figure out a way so that we can be more authentic and we can find a way to combat this fear that's been placed over humanity. And this reactionary coming from a place of fear. I'm tired of fear. I don't want to live in that fear vibration. So I developed a method whereby I used the solfeggio tuning forks to discover which scents match that vibration of the tuning forks. And I've created 7 essential oil blends, aromatherapy blends, that match the vibration of sound. So that when you spritz these, you are connecting on an ethereal level, you're connecting the power of the scents that help the body raise its vibration. And you're bringing in that sound vibration as well. And when you use the tuning forks with the scent, it's doubly powerful. But these scents are amazing. They smell amazing. And I've created 7 of them. They go along with the chakra centers. So for instance, the root chakra is all about grounding, feeling centered, and not being in a vibration of fear. That's the root chakra, the color red. That's all about feeling safe in the world. Feeling like we're liberated from guilt and fear. The sacral, the orange, is all about raising our frequency. Feeling like we can break free of the chains that bind us and we can be liberated. And the seat of our power in the solar plexus, that's all about personal power and courage. And we know what the chakra centers are all about. We go into our heart space, our love center, where we're mending relationships. We're being authentic to who we are. And our throat chakra, about speaking our truth, being heard and accepted for what we have to say. That's why coming on and doing videos and feeling like I have to self-censor my words, otherwise I'm going to flag the algorithms, has been I feel like it's been closing my throat chakra down. And I don't want to be, I want to be expansive. We're here to expand into who we are collectively. We're collectively being beaten back and shrinking back in fear of this cabal that we're projecting has power over us when they don't. They don't. That's the truth. But we've been afraid of them, this creation that we've made. I think the cabal is simply a projection and a creation of our collective fear. It's a vicious circle. We're feeding this fear, and they're projecting this fear, and we're projecting that back like, ooh, we have to be afraid. And it's a vicious cycle. How do we break out of that and not be in that anymore? That's what I've been doing the last 5 months, is I've created these essential oil blends that have all of the right frequencies that match the chakras. Because the tuning forks match the chakras, so do the scents that I've created. So if you'd like to know more about this, visit my website. I'm going to leave the link below, and you can see what I've created and what I've done. This, I think, is the answer. It's not about talking about problems and seeing, yes, the cards say there's a lot of crap happening. We need to be able to raise our vibration. Take time to smell the roses. That's more than just a catchphrase. Go find some roses today, wild roses in somebody's yard. Ask if you could go smell them and go do that. Be around that scent. It's uplifting. It helps us get out of our fear and connect with who we are. And when we smell that rose, sometimes you can even just visualize and remember that smell. Go buy a rose essential oil if you want to do that. Spend a little bit of money. So what? It does cost a little bit. You can buy a small bottle and then just smell that smell. Keep that vibration around you. If you want to buy my scents, do that too. That's why I created them. I want to get these out to people. These scents match the chakras. They match the vibration of the tuning forks, which match the vibration. And if you go buy the tuning forks. Go to somaenergetics.com. Buy their tuning forks. A free plug for them. Wonderful. Great. Go do it. Go buy their tuning forks. Learn the techniques. I think this is the key, because we are coming into a place where humanity is really being tested, and we are being like squeezed, okay? Do we want to be squeezed or do we want to be released? It's going to come down to a choice of whether we want to live in fear or whether we want to be stuck in our lower vibrations. And whatever we can do to raise our vibration, whether it's smelling the roses, being out in nature, listening to birds and the sound frequency of the birds as they sing, that raises our vibration too. It's sound. Those sound waves go into our bodies, okay? We absorb the sounds around us. Leave the cell phone in the car and just go walk in nature for a few. And feel the vibration of the birds and the sounds of the bees humming. It lifts you. It lifts you. We've got to come into that agreement that we are not going to be immersed in the fear. So take the fear out of it. Be released in the beautiful scents of nature. Going out and just smelling the beauty of nature. Scent and sound is who we are, and we are being bombarded with negative frequencies. If we are going to empower ourselves to get out of this, we have to raise our frequency. We have to get out of the vibration of fear and scarcity and oh, woe is me and oh my God, the world is falling apart. We have to get out of that. And it's ultimately doable. It's doable. The world is not hopeless. There is hope. We have to stay out of fear, and we have to project our confidence that we are pushing those negative feelings back. We're disconnecting. And you can envision yourself when you feel empowered when you're out, you're feeling empowered, whether you have the scents or the aromas or the essential oils or the sound vibrations. Whatever you do to feel empowered, imagine yourself disconnecting from that cabal. Disconnecting. They're no longer able to enter and permeate your field. Put it like a force field, or imagine a force field around you of sound and scent. It's protecting you, and you can just push that back where it came from. Put mirrors around yourself. Have you ever heard of the mirror meditation? It's powerful. I'm going to save that for another time, but just know that you can reflect back what you don't want in your space. It's your life. It's not them, oh my God, the world's falling apart. No, it's pushing that back. I came to experience a beautiful world. I came to experience my own power. I came to experience my own ability to create. Oh my gosh, that's what I've been doing the last 5 months. And you can too. You came to create. Don't listen to the negative Nellies out there that are telling you that you can't, and that the world is just going to hell in a handbasket. What did you come here to do differently? Are you doing it? Maybe you don't realize because you're in a little cocoon and you're all afraid of what's out there. Well, be yourself. Allow yourself to be who you are. Come out of that. You don't have to stay stuck. Come out of that. Be who you are. Be part of the solution and not part of the problem. Be part of creation. And smell the roses. Smell the lavender. Feel immersed, and that you have the right to be here without anything or anyone encroaching on you. Push that back. Push it all back. That's what I wanted to share today. That's why I haven't been here. I've been busy. I've created a website. I've created these blends, and this is my gift to the world. This is how we can raise our vibration. Sound, scent, and just being who we are in the world. If you want to be empowered and be part of the solution, be grounded and rooted in who you are. And with that, we can give a big collective middle finger to the cabal and just not participate in their fear game. But we have to make that choice. It's up to us to push it back. It's up to us to feel safe and secure in the world and be the change we want to see. Bless you all. Take care. Bye for now. I will be back on doing more videos. Take care.